which means basically we need to check the CMD. We need to check the CM. So CMD. These three things are very important. Three things means C means CPU utilization, right? So M for memory, right? So M for memory. Why it's not writing? D for disk. So D for disk. So these three things are very important key performance indicators. The first thing, any performance issues, we need to look at these three things here. I see in our system today, so the CPU utilization is 99%, memory utilization is 98%, which means it's very slowness. I hope you also facing the slowness issues in the system. So let's troubleshoot that issue first now. What is causing the issue here? So if you filter it out from here, right? If you filter it out from here, you see the top consumers, the top contributors are displaced work. Displaced work means it's kind of maybe some background work process or dialogue work process are causing the issue. So dialogue or backgrounds are causing the issue. See here, out of 90, 99, 100%, so this is the more than 10, 10, 10, 10. So more than 50%, 60%, 60%, these six processes are consuming the, so 60+%, these six processes are consuming the most of the CPU, right? So what are those six processes here? What exactly they are doing? It's a displaced work, means SAP related process. So let's log into the SAP system and see what exactly that process are doing, that family member, one of the family members are doing in our system, right? So if you do some troubleshooting, if you fix that issue, your performance issues will be fixed in the system, right? So let's see, maybe someone put the SGen, or so something is running very long time. So we can troubleshoot it here. We can troubleshoot it here where it is causing the issue. I got the SAP screen here. So see here, it's a very slow. Then go to the here. I'm checking the systems here. See here, it's very slow. We have to cancel. I can cancel the process from here also, but first of all, we need to troubleshoot it. So what is causing the issue here? What is causing the issue here? Is it the SGen process or what is causing the issue? Yes, I think. Yeah, see here. So there is some RS memory, some reports are running. So something is running in the system here. Something is running in the system. It's a very long back. See here, it's a very long back onwards. Something is running in the system by, so SAP star user, right? SAP star user, something is running in the system here, right? So all are the BTC process. Let's go to the SM37, right? So where can I check the active or long running jobs? Where can we check? Where can we check the active jobs?
In SM37.
SM37, right? So we can find out the SM37. So how many are active here, right? Just only select the active, just click on the execute button and let's see how many are active here. So what exactly they are doing here in the system. So if you just opening here, see here how many are active. Oh, test job. These all are the test jobs, right? So someone, our guys only scheduled these test jobs here. So that's why every 5 minutes, what is the step? What is the step, job step here it mentioned? Every 5 minutes jobs only causing the issues here. So let's see. So there is a RS memory. Oh, this is the wrong program. That's the reason. This is the program normally we used to change the memory parameters. Okay, so we are good to cancel all the jobs here, right? So select the jobs, select all the jobs. There is a select all button, then select all button, go to the here, then cancel the active jobs, right? Active jobs, select cancel the active jobs. So maybe the next job also, next job, right? The next job also active here, right? Next job also should be active here. So what we can do, so there is a, this is also active. What we can do, I can cancel this one. The main job, which is generating the lot of jobs, right? See here, the main job, which is generating the lot of jobs. So that job, what I have to do, I need to, so what I have to do? I don't want to run this job now. So what I have to do now?
Terminate.
No, active jobs I'm canceling. Active jobs I'm canceling. I don't want to run this job. This is generating. So what I have to do? I need to move to the scheduled status so that it won't generate each job. It won't generate. Mukesh, go on mute, please. Okay, so it won't run the new jobs here, right? It won't generate the new jobs, right? Why? Because it's released to run every 5 minutes. So every 5 minutes, so many jobs are active here. So it's released to run every 5 minutes. So that's why I have cancelled this one. I have cancelled this one, right? So I have scheduled status. I put into the scheduled status. Now it's go and see here the CPU utilization drastically, maybe that is a maybe word. So it is decreased. Maybe I can say like CPU utilization decreased to the 30% now, right? Previously it's 98, it's drastically decreased to the this one. And also you can see the memory utilization also 99%, right? Most of the causing by the SAP GUI and Cloud Connector. Cloud Connector is the one of the service, it is expected, and the remaining all are the work process using the small amount of MB. As I told, for us means for humans, how the food and water is very important for the daily operations, so daily work. For in the system, each and every process, for in the system, each and every process is required the some amount of CPUs, some amount of memory. Memory is for the food, water is for the CPU, right? So that is that much of important for them. Okay, so that is that much of important. So
yeah,
now,
question.
yes.
The memory is still 99. Is it normal?
Yeah, it's normal. One of the cloud connector service, one of the external service, it is consuming the more. I need to restart this one. I have to restart that. I can do the restart, but it's okay. Say 98, right?
Because I was thinking maybe it's going to be freeze, because it's going to reach 100 very soon. Maybe
Yeah.
the system will be freeze.
System it won't freeze. What I can do, I can do the restart of the cloud connector service. So if I do the restart of the cloud connector service, it will decrease 96% now, right? 96% now. So yeah, and also some of the jobs are running. I think maybe few things are running. Maybe we can expect it. We can expect that one now. Okay, so here you see here, so jobs. Suppose if you want to, if this job, suppose if this job it won't want to run. If this job is this won't want to run, then we can make it to the scheduled status. Why? Because the job is released here. See here, this job is released to run hourly, right? I don't want to run this job. There are two jobs are released. One is for the, so yesterday we scheduled. So we don't want to run this job. Then select the job, then make it to the scheduled status. Then this job, it won't run. This job, it won't run in the system. It won't run in the system. Otherwise, you don't want to run, then delete it. Then delete it. That it won't run here. It won't run. It won't be exist in the system. It won't run. So like this. So if any job, if you want to release it to, if we don't want to run that job, either you can delete it or you can make it to scheduled status. You can make it scheduled status. So when the job is in the scheduled status, there is no time is assigned. So it won't run. It won't run the job. Okay. So that is the job. Yesterday, what we discussed, right?
Sir,
So
it's suppose any job has been cancelled means how to take the action and how to troubleshoot those things. Could you please show
depends
me any example?
depends upon the error message. We have to take the action, right? So error message is not same for all the systems. Error message is not common for all the systems. It may be different, right? So, so suppose if you see here in the cancelled status, there the some jobs are cancelled. So let's see why this is cancelled here, right? So if you go to the job log, internal session terminated, internal session terminated with the runtime error, ST22. So there is a dump generated in the ST22. Go back to the ST22 for troubleshooting purpose, right? So here there are some 6 runtime errors here. 6 runtime errors here. So when it was when it was done, when it was rescheduled. So maybe let me check the job timestamp here when it was failed. 31st. So 31st here, 31st 1021. So it was run 128 milliseconds, then this is got failed, right? So maybe short dump no longer exists. So the short dump does not exist in the system. So maybe something deleted, some sessions are got cancelled. So it not exist in the short dump. Maybe this one we know, this one we know. So normally this type of issues, what we have to do, we need to check the job log first of all. We need to check the job log. This one we know, we just cancelled this job. This due to the cancelled process means we just cancel the all the jobs. That's why this all are cancelled status. But this job is cancelled by the system only due to some issues, I guess. Internal session terminated with runtime error. So which means so if we go to the ST22, we can get the sum, but the dump does not exist in the system. It was started at 31, 1, 31st and 123. 123, we got the error here, 123, right? So what is the job name here? This is the job name here. So let me let me check here. So it's every 1 hour this is running here. Every hour this is running. So 12, 1, 2, 330, 21, 421, like that every 1 hour this is running. Every 1 hour this is running. But some every 1 hour this is running. You can see here every 1 hour. But this is failed at 123. 123. What's happening at 123? 123. Just to go to SM21 system logs, then just filter the 110 onwards. Let's see what's happened. So it will give the some clues what happened during that time, 123 system time. So it's PM. It's PM or what? Let's see. It will give the display. Internal error in the DDAC structure preparation. Hourly. This is the next hour. This is the 120. I think it's morning time only. It's 120, 120. Yes, it's morning 121. It's got 31st, 121. Okay, got it. So now based upon the same timestamp, so we can see the system logs here. System logs here. Okay. So system logs, let's see here. So from 1 onwards to 2 o'clock. In between, we will see the logs here. Let's see whether it will pull the data or not. Yes. So 121. So no, nothing log is generated here. BP job abort.
Sir, just for my understanding, I have a question. If you are not able to get this information here in SM21 as your system log, so we have to switch on the trace, right? Just
Yeah,
for my
yeah. For next run also it will fail, right? So then we have to switch on the trace. We have to switch on that. We have to switch on the trace. We have to switch this trace. Maybe the dump generated right at 123, 123. Maybe this may be the reason. So you can see here. So this may be the reason it is running with the basis user. So we need to check. Okay, this may be the internal error. This is the internal DDAC structure description. So what it is, what we have to do here. See here error analysis. So the structure description is wrong because of type R. So maybe it's a system error, process system error, maybe kernel error in the kernel, SAP kernel. SAP kernel, it is error. So we need to update the kernel. We need to check is there any kernel bug regarding this issue, right? So it's internal kernel error. It's a kernel related error, this one. So we can check what is causing the issue here. 0001 basis user. So this is the proxy service is the one of the program which is having the issue here. It is having the issue here, right? So basis user. So which is having the issue. So maybe if you find out some nodes or some kernel issue, maybe we can apply in the system. So what is the current kernel here? If we go to, so what is the kernel we applied here? So maybe if you don't know, we can go to the SM51. In the release notes, we can find out the what is the kernel. It's a 753 1200. 753 1200 kernel only. Maybe we need to check the kernel in service marketplace. Are there any bugs, kernel related bugs, which is causing the issue? But it's only one time error occurred. One time error only occurred. Well, because you see the remaining steps, remaining jobs finished. It's only one time. The remaining schedules got completed. So we can ignore it. So maybe during that time, maybe this program, whatever this program having some issue, or it's already being used by the other session, or something is happened. So that is the reason this schedule got cancelled. If it is cancelling every 1 hour, then definitely there is a system issue. Then we can take it out further. Then we can take it and we can take it and we can fix the issue by applying the kernel or by applying the note. So there are some topics. So we can apply it here by applying this one. Okay. So like this. So depends upon the error. So we have to check in the ST22 or SM21. If no locks are there in that locks also, then we have to enable the trace. So there are the further topics, how to enable the trace and everything. We have to enable the trace, collect the logs, then we need to troubleshoot it. Those things we have to check it out. Otherwise, there is a one more clue. So if the job is failing means the job is running on the one of the BTC work process, right? One of the BTC work process. Select this one. If you go to the job details, you see, so the job is running on the ECQ 13 and work process number 8. Work process number 8, right? Work process number 8. If you go back, where can I check the work process status? SM50, right? The work process 8 means this is the one. So, right? So this is the 04 application server. So I want to check the 13 application server. This is the one. So if you select this one, you will go to the application server here. right? Application server here. So then select this one BTC process, go to the trace, display the file. So here we can find out the some information here. Here we can find out the some information here. To exactly what timestamp. So 31st, 121, 121 or 123, right? So just check the timestamp here. Here the timestamp wise the logs are generating here. So let's see what exactly happened during this time here. So let me go to the to here. One, we are near to the time here. Yeah, see here, this is begin of the same job. CCMS Moni batch TP here. This is the same job 123. So what exactly happened here? Let me go to 5 minutes before of this job 123 same. Rabax level completed. So it will give the some symptoms here. Why it give the information. If here also we are unable to find out the thing, then definitely we need to enable the trace. Means the logs are not generated. Trace we have to enable it. Collect the trace. Yeah, you can see here found a open log in a generated I mode. There is a log found here. Found an open log. Found a open log here. So access error. You can see here there is a proxy service. There is a proxy service during that time. So there are some issues with the program. Reason a compile error during the remote generation. Maybe yesterday we had some couple of issues. Do you remember? Yesterday we have couple of issues when we schedule the one program, right? All it's throw the lot of dumps in the system. It's throw the lot of dumps in the system. So maybe that time this job may be finished or this job is started or something is happened. You see the error code. So this is the DDIC access error here. So which means there is a lock. There is a lock is happened within that time. So the job got cancelled here. See here, the job got cancelled. So you may get there is a one troubleshooting session, logs checking and everything. That time you will get some more way to check and what logs you got. You are in the initial phase. So just remember the SM21, ST22, and this work process logs we can check it out. So this way maybe we can find out the what exactly happened in the system. So maybe there is a lock is there in SM12. The lock entry is there during that time. So that's the reason this job got cancelled status. Okay, so like that we have to so define. Otherwise, if you do some search in the browser, so maybe you may get the similar issues here. Okay, that is the way we have to troubleshoot it.
Yeah, excuse me, sir. How you open the trace? Can you just show me? How you...
So go to the SM50. Okay, SM50. So just select the work process. So administration page. Okay, administration tab, trace, display the trace.
We went to put the SM66 now, global work process.
50, SM50 is the local work process overview. Okay, 66 is for the so global. 66 is for the global work process. If you go SM66, here you can see the global work process overview. Global work process overview means, so you can see the how many application servers are there. All application servers related work process status, it will display in one shot. In one shot, it will display the, so in one screen, it will display the all the application server. That's why we discussed it, right? We can add the multiple application servers to the one SID. So if you have the multiple application servers, so instead of you are going, suppose you want to check the so 03 app instance number related app server. So you have the then 13th related application server work process you are checking. You want to check, you have one more application server. If you go to the SM51 is the transaction code. There you can check the how many application servers are there. The list you can find out here, active application server status you can find out here. So you want to check the work process status of the 13, just double click on this one, or 4, if you double click on this, you will get the the 4 application server, the 404 application server related work process status, you can see it here, right? 13th information, you can see it here. Suppose I want to check all in one screen, then global work process overview, SM66. So all in one screen here. If you have the 10 application servers related work process status, we can see it in one screen here, right? So here, if you want to check the work process log file, why? Because work process is the here main item here. Why? Because without work process, without dialog work process, users cannot log in. Without background work process, job cannot run. The jobs are failed means, so the final, maybe some clues you can get from the work process log file. Why? Because this work process is running means it will generate the some log file in the system. Just select the work process, go to the administration tab, then trace, just display the trace here. Display the trace here. If you want to save in the local file, you can save it. Maybe you can display the trace here. The trace will be generated. The trace will be there. So based upon your timestamp, you can find out what exactly causing the issue, what exactly running, each and everything you can find out here. There is a 638 also. We have some error, right? You have cancelled this process. Then job cancelled. We set the test job to the cancelled status, right? So each and everything, because of soft cancel, we cancelled this one. So each and everything got recorded in the system, right? So that may be helpful to find out the what causes the issue.
Small doubt here. I just need one more time if you can show me that how did you recognize that it was that B2C work process number 8 was carrying this request, was running this job?
Yeah, you have to check the logs here. When I explained about this SM50 or SM66, you need to just not only seeing the screen, you need to select and you need to check what is happening, how many tabs are there here, what is there in each and everything.
No, not
So
the
go to trace, display trace, just check the current. Okay. So here, so just timestamp, what timestamp we got the error, based upon the timestamp, we can filter it out here. Maybe if you keep on reading this text file, text one, why? Because it's readable format, right? It's readable format for everyone. So here, if something warning or error, it will show the error message. It will show it's error, red color. Then based on that, here we can see because of soft cancel, we cancelled actually. Previously, we cancelled the test job. So that's why same time, right? So it's like maybe 30 minutes before. So 30 minutes before, we cancelled the same job, 638. So that's why. So I can assume this is the job we cancelled. That's why this log got generated. So we can ignore this one. So any other error you are facing, we check it out based upon the timestamp. Based upon the timestamp, so we need to check this one. Just filter it out, scroll up, scroll up, scroll up, and see at what timestamp we got the error in the system. So we need to just cross check all those things. We need to keep on opening. We need to check.
No, so I got to know this. Like I understood this, what exactly. But when you were there on the SM37 C code, from there the job log, when you selected, like as per the one which was cancelled, you selected the job log as per the cancel.
Okay. Yes.
You selected, for this you selected the job log, and there were few other things as well. You were just on this.
Each job there is a job details. If you go to the job details, yeah, here you can find out what is the work process number.
Yeah, this is what I was about to.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all. Further steps I understood.
Okay. Yesterday also I explained, right? Which means you are not practicing well. Only class you are practicing, right? Yesterday also I explained about this one. For each job, we'll take the one background work process, that background work process related work process number, and the application server details, all the details, ID, client, who scheduled the job, and who changed the last change, with who released the job. So all the information will be there here. So you can find out. So which means you are just only in the class time, you guys are checking. Right? What I am
Okay.
requesting for everyone. So please practice it. Just only scheduling that not enough. Just check the tabs, respective tabs also. You can just check it out. What is there and everything.
Ravindra,
Yes.
so while displaying the trace file, there are two options, current and previous, right?
Previous
So
means
current,
previous days. Previous days.
yeah, so current will store for how many days, and previous will show for how many days. Is there anything
Did
like that?
did you check that one in the system? So we have to check. Did you check here? So maybe the previous means the previous log it cannot be read it. Maybe sometimes, but maybe it's maybe last 24 hours or 48 hours data will be stored in the system. So current means so you can see here it started with the 30. So 30. So 30 and 6:26 like 6:26 p.m. Now it's I think only one last 24 hours. Last 24 hours is the current one. Last 24 hours data it will be stored here. So last 24 hours data. Once this is done, what will happen? The next logs are generating. So then it will go to the previous status, previous logs. Then current will generate the new log. Actually, each log file, it's not the days also. It's not the days also. Each file there is a specific size. Specific size it will save it. Maybe 30. There is a specific size. There is a one class we have. So where to check the log files and everything. Since you asked me, just go to the work directory. Here in the OS level, the work process number 8. Work process number 8. Yes, this is the log file you are referring. So each log file, this is the one which you opened previously. We can open from SAP level or operating system level also, we can open it here. Same log file, we can open it, right? So each log file, there is a specific size, some amount of size here. So old size here. So old size, specific size here. So specific like 20 KB, 20 is almost 30 near to 30 KB. So if this is crossed, that will go to the old status, means previous status. Then so the next one will come into the dev underscore work process 8. This is the old file, which means the previous file. This is the previous file. This is the previous one. The previous file means so it will give the information here. It will give the information. I think just now this got changed the date. So why? Because the limit is reached, I guess. It got reached, I think. This is the 30K. So there is specific, based upon the specific files size, it will change the current to previous. But that's not the very important. No one asks questions on this way. So where to check it? Always go to the current only. Okay. Always check the current one. So if you go to the previous, sometimes the old file system will not read. Old file system will not read. So again, it will create the problem. Old file system will not create here. So that's why always CS system is not reading that one. So system is not reading. Then you have to manually go to the that related folder. Then we have to open it. 48 hours, or there is specific size for each and every file. So that file size is limit reached, then it will create the new file. Okay.
Yeah, got it. Thank you.
So when you are doing the practice, so anyone, so suppose when I'm explaining about so suppose like SM66, just to go to the here and see, okay, all the global work process we can see, and not only other options here. Here we can only filter the active work process, all the work process. Instead of you displaying the all waiting other status, just I want only active. Just check this button also, right? All the work process, right? And also just check in the menu, what are the tabs are available here? What are the tabs are available here? So what are the tabs are available here? You can check it out. These two tabs common in each and every screen. The system and help button is common every button, but this may change it. This will change it. So options will change. here switch instance. What is in switch instance? Select this button. Suppose switch instance means you want to go, now you are in the different instance. You want to switch. Now you can switch to the respective instance. You switched it, right? You switched that instance. Now I want to switch to the 13th instance. 13th. Then go to the here 13th instance, which means here what it is saying. So even if you are in the SM66, anytime you can switch to the respective instance. So this is one of the new thing. So new thing which we learn, right? So that time so you can note down this one. So even anytime if you are in the SM66, you can switch to the respective SM50 screen. SM50 screen. You are in the SM66 screen. Anytime, any instance, you can select it. Just go to the switch. You can switch to the respective instance. This is one of the new things, right? So like that. So what's there is still here. So this filter, select all, ascending order, descending order, this all are normal, right? So these are the okay. Only here one important point is the switching the instance. Here we can only filter the active work process, or we can check the other. So these three things we can see. Then what I will do, I will take a note. So okay, in SM66, these are the actions are possible. Done. Then tomorrow, if anyone asks, these are the three things are possible in the SM66. Then if I go to the SM50, what I can do here also, we can see the only active related. Then more things here. So work process, we can also cancel the work process, right? We can also restart the work process. So then trace file also we can open it here. So program, what is the, here you can see the programs, priority, time, these are the not required. So delete the session, snapshot, so it's not required. So here work process information, user information. Here we already got the user and work process ID, work process number and everything. So these are few things just you can note down what are there here. So that will be helpful actually. Why? Because what and all the things you will see in the SM50, he will ask some type of question. You will see like, okay, local work process overview. Local work process overview means whatever we discussed, that is enough. We can see the work process status and work process timelines, priority, what program, what user is running, local work process related status, process ID, the work process number, each and everything. We can see how many are free, how many are total, all those things we can see what is the status. So this enough, this type of like at least one transaction code, 2-3 sentences are enough to speak, right? So that like that you can practice it. So backgrounds we discussed, right? So today, any questions? Maybe we are already near to time. So any questions from anyone? Maybe we'll
Ravindra, I have a question regarding the PTC, the background work process.
Yes.
Let's say I have defined a job for the program and the background job. Do we need to remember any tables to be so that we can check it from the backend, like what are the schedules?
For a BTC,
PTC?
there is a tables. We have the tables. Each and every work process there is a table. So table is there, but there is separate.
Is it mandatory or
not required? Not required. Tables wise knowledge, that much of table wise knowledge is not required. Okay. Why? Because because we have the lakhs of tables. We have the lakhs of tables are there in the database level. If we cannot remember all the tables, but few tables we can remember it. Why? Because those tables are very important. In that, suppose like now you asked this question, right? Actually, we have one session for the tables programs related session. Okay. That time I would like to explain, but now you asked, right? So here in SE16, where can we see the tables data? SE11 or SE16, right? Yesterday we discussed this one. Where can we see the tables data? Suppose you want to pull the tables level data, you can go to the SE11 to SE16. These are the transaction codes. These are the codes we can view the table level data, So SA38 or SE38, we can use it for running the programs, or reports, right? Suppose if you want to run the program, if you want to create the program, if you want to program or reports, use these two transaction codes, anyone, right? To run the program, execute the program. But if you want to view the table level data, tables are located in the database level. The database, suppose if you don't have access, then you can just go to the SE11 in the SE11 or SE16 are the tables level data. We can view the table level data. Here, just you can give the, so any table, suppose like TBTCT. BTC means background work process related table here, right? You can view the table related data here. So just click on the display. You want to create the table, we can create it, but we cannot create, not possible to create. Developers, they will do that one. It's not our work here, right? They will do that one. So here, just click on the display that whatever the job, this is a background jobs related table, right? TBTC star table. That's why, so BTC tables are what, because you are creating the background jobs. So the data will be stored into the one table at a DB level. So those tables are TBTC star tables. We will call it as the TBTC star. Means TBTC T and one more table TBTC. Yes, these two tables are related to the BTC background. So dialog, there is no tables here. Okay, update, we have the table VB mod tables here, right? That much of in detailed information not required, but background, just you can remember it. This is a very important here. So BTC related tables here. So right. So here, better you can go for SE16 here. TBTCT. So just a single table content. TBTC yes or TBTCT. So both tables are jobs related, means job who created, at what time they have created. So all the information you can see, or see here number of entries in the table. Total 27 jobs, right? 27 jobs we created. So just we can find out who created, when it will be scheduled. So all those things, list of things, all these things we can filter it out from here. Just give the enter, execute. You can see the all the jobs here. Example jobs, right? Month end jobs, it will run on the 3011. So example job, it will run on the 6th11, right? So remaining all the jobs here we have scheduled. So all the jobs are there here. You can see all the jobs are there. So the time when it is going to be scheduled. So timelines, all the information is located here. All the information is located. What is the client number also it is displayed here. So this is one. Otherwise, you can go to the SM37. SM37 also we can filter it out. Do the star. You want to check how many jobs are scheduled. So released status. Scheduled means so in the future date, right? How many are scheduled? Just filter it out. You can see example month end salary and SAP star tables, and these all are right. So you can see here all are released status. Same table information is displayed here also, right? So here also we can find out. So this information is coming from the table level only. So table level also we can check it out. TBTC star tables. One separate session that I will explain it more on the different tables also. Because so sometimes some of the interviewers may ask detailed some table level information also. No one asks questions sometimes. So that time we should know available the some tables. If we don't know also we can ignore it. So but sometimes rare cases. Why? Because this much of knowledge is not required. Why? Because in the database level we have lakhs of tables are there. So each table, one specific action will be saved. So we cannot remember, even developers also they cannot remember. Few tables we can remember it. So those tables I will explain it. Why? Because there we have the some session for that tables and reports. That time I will explain more.
Thanks, Raj.
And yeah, anyone, any other questions? Okay, you can yeah. So what we discussed till now. Okay, let me summarize. Okay, let me summarize what we discussed. So we are discussing about the work process administration. work process basic administration we are discussing in the system, right? Work process administration. So which means, so after the installation, no one will ask this question, but installation point of view, few things you need to remember. Installation point of view, installation of the SAP system, important points, right? So one is the, what are the softwares? No one asks the hardware requirement, softwares requirement. What is the installation tool? They will ask you, what is the installation tool? So here SWPM is the installation tool. So SWPM is the installation tool, software provisioning manager. What is the port number for the installation? Right? What is the port number?
4237.
Excellent.
4237.
4237. We have to open the URL in the browser. We have to proceed it. In this installation, what are the log files you will check? Log files they will ask you. SAP.
_log_dev.
Excellent, excellent. Dev.log file. These are the very important, right? So port number, installation log files, softwares. What are the softwares you required? So those things, and yeah. So install. What is the very long running step? Very long running step in the installation. If we go some one
Import
step back, so import ABAP. Excellent, excellent. This is the very long running phases. If you know this 4 or 5 question answer, definitely you can complete the installation related. Why? Because no one asks you in 30 minutes of time, no one asks you questions on the more on the installations, right? Just a sample, one question they may ask you. Sometimes they won't ask any questions here, right? So here, then after that, we did installation done and we have logged in basic levelly. Then we are discussing about the SAP work process administration. In the work process administration, so we are discussing about the dialog, update, enqueue, background, right? So message server, gateway, spool. So here dialog we discussed. So dialog related transaction codes are SM50, SM66. Then update related transaction codes are the SM13, SM14. Then enqueue related SM12, locking mechanism. Background we discussed about the SM36, SM37. So dispatcher, there is no transaction code here, right? Dispatcher just dispatching the request to the dialog work process, right? So dialog work process. So here the work process status we can see it here. Not only dialog, all the work process status we can see in this transaction codes, local and global. So sometimes they may ask you, what is the difference between the SM50, SM66? SM50 is the local, 66 is the global. What does it mean by global? Can you elaborate more? Global means all application servers. If you have the more than one application server, all applications related, all work process screens, we can see it in the one screen, one glance. That is called the SM66 here, right? This is the individual application servers related work process status. All at one screen, SM66. That's why we call it as the SM66 here, right? Updates. So user logged into the SAP system. So user log into the SAP system, then he log into the one, he did the one, done the transaction, one transaction he completed. The transaction is generated the one record. So it will generate the one record. That record immediately, so update. So update will take that one, will update into the database table level. It will update it. It will update the DB level, table level. It will update it. Why? Because system knows where to update and what to update. So it will pick up from SM13 updates. It will pick up the update record. So then it will take it here. Then it will update into the, it will pick up and it will update into the DB level. It will update it here. Table level, it will update it. In any case, he is the user actually, right? User logged into the SAP system here. So then through dialog work process, he will log in, right? Dialog, through dialog work. Who is helping? Through dialog work process. So is you logging and you are working. Up to end of the session, dialog work process take care of the, so your responsibility. But user done one transaction, is the dialog work process responsible for each and everything? No. Update, for update is the responsible. So user doing the backend is doing the one job means so background work process will take care of that one. Background work process will take care of that one. So each work process, there is a responsibility. So the work process will perform only that specific responsibility only, not the others responsibility. Update responsibility. Run the reports or programs in the backend. That is the background job responsibility. Background work process will help to run the job here. Dispatcher responsibility is giving the request to the available dialogue work process, dispensing, right? When you go to the shopping mall, dispatcher is there. So he will give the dispatching your item to you, right? So dispatching the request. So like this, we discussed up to here, all right? Each work process, there is separate transaction codes here. Then this is the one. Up to here, we discussed it. The next coming, we are going to, this is a basic only, okay? So don't go in deep level, just to basic only. Why? Because in deep level, we will come to know. Why? Because in our coming classes, we have that type of topics are there in deep level to discuss. Again, this transactional codes, everything will be related. So just see the screen and what is there in that screen, what and all the things we are seeing, what and all things we can see. So those things we can observe it here. You can take a note down your diary here, right? So next one, message server, gateway, spool. These three are there here. Message server, gateway, spool. So before I explain, so I will explain one more two transaction codes for today. One is called the SM04. SM04. SM04 is for the active logged on users list. How many users are logged into your application server? You can see here how many are logged into the server here. So what is the transaction he is using? What time he logged into the system? So all the information is populated here. That is called the active application servers. So SM04 is the transaction code to check the how many users logged into the system, right? Next one is called the AL08. This is the global level, all users list we can see it here. Means same as like SM50, SM66 here. This is the specific instance, right? So now I want to check in the entire system, how many are there? AL08. If you go to the AL08, all users list we can see it here. Currently, I am using the AL08. This is my user. I am in the ECQ13 instance, right? So some people, they are in the SM51 transaction code. They are in the 04 app server. Some people, they are in the SM37 they are doing, right? With the SAP star is doing, right? They are in the 04 app server. See here, how many application servers are there? All application servers, some which client, and which user, what is the host, what is the application they are using, what is the response dialogue time, in which when they have logged into the system. These people is logged into the yesterday itself, right? So maybe it's yesterday or today, yesterday itself, right? Is looking the GA. One is the job is running, right? One job is running here. So all the sessions are displaying. 6 users log in with the 6 backend systems is logging here. All the information is logging. Whenever the user log out, the session will be deleted from here, right? So if I log out, then session will be deleted from here, right? So this is about the users logged on users list here, SM04 and AL08, right? Here, suppose in the SM04, so in the SM04, same as like SM50, right? Suppose I want to cancel this user session, right? I want to cancel this SM51 active servers. Suppose I want to cancel the user session here. Then I want to see what this user is doing, what this SM51 user is doing here, right? Just select this one. So go to the session here. So what is doing is opening the SM51 screen here. Okay, fine. So then what this user is doing? Select this user. He is open the log on as a SM50 session opened. So what this SAP star with user, one person logged in, right? Let's see what this user is. He is just checking the in SM37 overview of the job selection. I want to cancel this user session, then delete. Then that user will be logged out from the system, right? So maybe one of our friend maybe is logged in with SM37. I just forcefully canceled this session. Why? Because he is doing something, maybe there is a much memory is using, it is causing the issue. I thought, right? Just immediately cancel that user session. I canceled it, right? You canceled, right? Then immediately go to the SM21, just see it here. So see it here, delete the session manually, right? So users are manually terminated, right? See that everything got generated. Means so we cannot escape. Why? Because the log is generated, right? The log got generated. With my user, I unexpectedly I terminated this user. So my log got generated. Okay. So just to practice it, whatever we discussed, more is important in the work process administration. Background jobs are very important. Just to practice on the background jobs creation.